Episode 23, The Woman. The Walton children are quietly at work on a very special gift for their parents' 20th wedding anniversary. They settle on a painting something personal, something warm. It's their home, drawn like a dollhouse, cutaway so you can see inside. Every room, every member of the family, caught in a quiet moment of everyday life. A tribute, a memory, a love letter in watercolor and pencil. Olivia, meanwhile, has something else on her heart. She finds John in the yard one evening and tells him plainly she wants to say their vows again. Not just renew them, but do it right. A proper service, flowers, witnesses, something to remember. Their first wedding was a hasty elopement, sweet in its way, but fleeting. She wants to mark this milestone with intention. At college, John Boy finds himself drafted, not for war, but for diplomacy. Professor Parks, suddenly swamped with launching a new literary magazine at the president's request, can't attend to the visiting poet, Miss Madeline Bennett. So the task falls to John Boy. He meets her at the station, polite, earnest, a little nervous. He escorts her to the hotel, then offers a tour of Westham, the town square, the old bridge, the library, where, without fanfare, he shows her her own book of poetry on the shelf. He's checked it out 3 times. There's admiration in his voice when he speaks of her work, and something unspoken, just beneath the surface. Back at the house, Reverend Fordwich stops by to go over plans for the anniversary service. Olivia slips him her preference for a new dress, something fresh from the dressmaker's shop, rather than mending the old one or sewing a new one herself. Later, John overhears. He's surprised. He assumed Olivia understood. To him, marriage has always been a quiet, sacred thing between 2 people. He meant every word the first time, and he still does. When she asks if he'll say that during the ceremony, he doesn't hesitate. Yes. That afternoon, John Boy takes Madeline out for a picnic. They find a quiet spot beside a country road, dappled in late sun. The conversation drifts, lingers, and then, without warning, she leans in and they kiss. Not a tentative brush, but something deep, sudden, inevitable. Time stops. That night, the younger kids sneak into Grandma and Grandpa's room and wake them with hushed excitement. They have a secret request. Would they please paint themselves into the anniversary portrait? Just a little figure in their room, smiling, present. The grandparents, touched, amused, agree without question. The next day, John heads into town to buy Olivia's dress. He's inside the shop, examining lace and fabric, when he glances out the window and sees them. John Boy and Madeline, walking together on the sidewalk. He's flustered, caught off guard, but John Boy, after a beat, takes a breath and introduces her. Madeline, gracious and perceptive, even helps John choose the final dress. And in that exchange, John sees it, the way his son looks at her, the ease between them. Later, alone with her, John Boy confesses what he's only just admitted to himself. I've never been in love like this before. That evening, they attend a dinner at Professor Parks' home, polite, formal, full of literary talk. But on the walk back to the hotel, the air changes. At her door, no words are needed. They kiss again, hungry, tender, full of longing. Back at the house, Olivia is restless. She rummages through her closet, dissatisfied with what she finds, until John walks in and hands her a box. Inside is the dress. She's speechless, overwhelmed. And in return, she gives him his gift. A sweater, soft, sturdy, hand-knit, not from new wool, but from scraps of every sweater she ever made from each